Well, it falls short sa exacting standard ng ating batas na lalo na money appropriations must appear the true and correct value kung anong gusto mong what would be the application for the money for public money. Pagka ganon, there's something terribly wrong. And as a matter of fact, I would say, kung may mga blanco yan lumusot, that is not a valid legislation. Kung nasa batas na yan, lumabas na yan ng blanco-blanco, either it could be filled up before or after sa Congress, pagka ganon, what must be submitted is the true and correct figure coming out as prepared by the budget submitted to Congress for appropriation. Pagkaputol-putol yan o may kulang, that is not a valid budget for implementation as law. It's not only inaccurate, but I think the budget is in totality invalid. Hindi ka pwede mag-blanco-blanco dyan sa pera ng tao. Ano ka man? It's people's money. Maglagay ka ng mga mga provisions, but without the true and correct items or money that would be appropriated by Congress, by the people owning the money. So everything must be explained clear, patent, without doubt na itong pera na ito para ito sa ganito. Itong para na ito para sa eskwelahan, ito para sa agriculture. But you do not leave any item there vacant. Itong pera na ito blanco to be filled up later on. That is not allowed by law. And that budget is already I would like to remind Congress, mali ho yan. It's invalid. Please correct it. Or recall the budget and demand an explanation kung bakit dumating sa inyo yan na ganon kablangko. We are not, para ka binigyan ka ng blanco check dyan, o sige, bahala na kung ano ilagay ninyo. In the same manner, yung mga blanco-blanco dyan, whatever or whoever corresponds to that particular item is free to just fill up the amount. That is not by all commandments of the law, that cannot be valid, invalid, unenforceable. And kung na-implement na, it must be corrected and the money returned if already spent or corrected. And kung sino man ang ano niyan, they have to give us the explanation. Otherwise, sabihin ko sa mga Pilipino, huwag na kayo magbayad ng buwis ninyo. Ganun lang naman, pinagsasayan ito mga kumang na to. Puro check-in na blanco, then they try to pass it as a law, and they are free to choose now the amount which they want to place. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang reserba nila, kung anong gusto na ilagay, sobra doon sa pera natin. It could be that the money is in the hands of the government now, or future appropriations, or reserva ba ito. If it does not clear anything, then that is invalid and not correct.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to get also your thoughts on this, Attorney Vic, on this particular matter. Now the former president has said that this is outright invalid and unenforceable. So, what do you think on that?
Oh, I fully agree with the President. Nagsalita na si Pangulong Duterte na illegal yung 2025 budget. At tama yung sinabi ni Congressman Sid na ito ay napirmahan originally December 11 and the President was supposed to sign it December 20. Pero natulak ito ng December 30 at sinasabi nga nila na pag-aaralan daw dahil sinasabi ng Malacanang na ang Administrasyong Marcos ay been very prudent in programming and budgeting. But with this revelation now of Congressman Sid na pumirma ang Bicameral Conference Committee ng blankong final committee report, ito'y magpapasinungaling doon sa sinasabi na nagsagawa ng isang complete staff work at nagsagawa ng due diligence ang tanggapan ng Pangulo. Ang i-challenge ko lang siguro, Kong Sid, baka naman kasi sabihin ng mga miyembro ng BICAM Committee, yung blankong yan, meron kaming agreement dyan na i-fill upan na lang ng kanilang technical working group or secretariat. Pwede po ba yun?
Hindi yan pwede because and I think it's in the BICAM report also that we made an omnibus motion to allow the technical staff to make correction in cases of typographical, grammatical, or nasa omnibus motion, printing errors. So they are allowed to make necessary adjustments. So those are material and substantial items, yung blank items, may figures na malalaki, hindi pwede yun. That can never be classified as typographical or grammatical or printing error.
Alam mo, yung nakikinig, baka hindi nyo alam yan, yung typographical, grammar or anything that has nothing to do with what the intent of the law or Congress wants. No, you put anything there that is not the reflection of what Congress has passed or what is really the correct amount doon sa mga budget, i-jumble-jumble ninyo, that is falsification of law. Perjury yan or whatever, perjury, forgery, and it can only amount to one thing. Alam mo ano? It's criminal action. You can all go to jail for that. At kung ano, ako ang binigyan ng trabaho to follow up these things, and ganito ang lumabas, my God, you will all go to jail. Mabigat yan. Public document na yan. So, if it's different from what was really intended by Congress, or was not really true an accurate copy as passed by Congress, that is falsified or forgery. In which case, mamili ka lang, forgery, falsification, or jail. Alin dyan sa tatlo, papasok sa iyo.
Mr. President, ka bilang datihong prosecutor, magaling na abogado, dating can they argue that what they did nung blinangko, can they put up as in defense na there is a proper delegation ng kanilang duty sa kanilang secretariat o kaya sa kanilang technical working group na binigay nila na kayo na lang ang maglagay ng figure at inaprubahan na namin in principle ang mga items diyan.
These are the things that cannot be delegated, especially the amounts. Hindi mo pwedeng biro-biro yan. It must be exact. Nandiyan po lang sa Congress paglabas niyan, if the amount is 1 million, it's 1 million. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na kayo na mag-correct dyan 1,200,000 or make the corresponding inaccuracies or sabihin mo yung anong pinag-usapan na dito after the law was passed. You cannot correct it by yourselves. It has go to the main body or to the person who was the authority to define and characterize the law. Kung ibigay mo yan dyan sa inyo, at most inyo is typographical error or maybe mistakes in spelling. But you cannot change the germane topic of the... That's not allowed by law. That's a very dangerous thing. Tinkering with itong batas natin. Because it could change, it could be serious, and it could put the trouble in the system dito sa ating the separate of powers ng Supreme Court, Judiciary, and the President. Bawal o yan. Talagang hindi pwede yan. Baski na and or, bantayan ninyo yan. And or, iba yan. Hindi yan pwede na you'll just look up to the sky and say, you just try to discern if it was really the intent of siguraduhin mo doon sa records, makinig ka kung anong pinagsasabi ng mga lawmakers doon, or what is the intent, or what is really this spoken words. Mahirap kang kayo dito sa baba. You are not, hindi naman ako minamaliit ko kayo. Dito kayo sa baba, aside from the lawmakers, do not pretend to know. And do not pretend to guess what is right and what is wrong, and what is true and what is false. Talagang accurate yan. Refer to the records, and if you cannot get it from the, kung hindi masyado klaro, then you listen to the recorded history doon sa Congress. Marami namang stenographic notes dyan eh. Hindi lang may isang tao dyan. May stenographic notes ang Senate, the individual senator, and yung report ng Congress itself.
If I may,
You cannot, do not say that you cannot go wrong. Hindi ka pwede sabihin magkamali ka. There's so many records to refer to or get into the what is really the accurate and true whatever it is that is to be placed there in the document, whether it is a law, resolution, or an official document.
Thank you, sir. Attorney Delague, is there anything you wish to add in the discussion?
yes, actually earlier, when Congressman Ungab showed me these documents, I was honestly in total shock. Tama yung sinabi ni Presidente that all the figures in the enrolled bill for the General Appropriations Act for the President to sign should be accurate. But in my experience, in fact, if I may add, Mr. President, meticulously accurate, because I was once a head of a line agency, yung LTFRB. Mabusisi ang pag-prepare namin sa aming budget proposal, no? As mentioned by Congressman Sid, yung sinasabi niyang National Expenditure Program or the President's Bill as they call it, dumadaan yan sa lahat ng mga ahensya, kagaya ng ahensya that I headed, that we were required for every item that we need to spend for next year, we have to justify it. And we submitted it to the Office of the President. And once the President endorsed it to Congress, yung sinabi naman ni Congressman Ungab na dadaan sa first reading, second reading, ibig sabihin po niyan, pinapadala kami sa Kongreso to justify our budget proposal for the following year. Ibig sabihin, mabusisi yung budget proposal. Kaya talagang I was really in shock when I said, kung mabusisi pala yung proseso, pagdating sa dulo, blanco. Paano nangyari?
Hindi talaga pwede yan. Hindi talaga pwede. That's, in plain, that's bullshit. Either somebody there is stupid or more stupid than the others. Huwag mong gawain niya because it carries with it a lot of legal consequences. Isa dyan, yung mapriso ka. And you cannot escape the rigors of scrutiny kasi dadaan ng maraming papel. And it goes back to the proponents, kung may kopya sila, but sabi niya, puta, hindi ko ito sinabi. This is wrong because I never advocated for this kind of action. Malikot ang papel sa gobyerno. So, do not try to, for those enterprising or whatever you want, wag mong gawain niya kasi talagang kung sa opisina kita, barilin kita. Totoo. Para mo akong pinahiya. At pagtawanan ako ng mga congressman. So, mabuti yung alam ninyo. Barilan ka agad para wala ng istorya. Luko-luko may trial ba tayo? Ang gastos yan.
Yes, Congressman C, would you like to
Actually, this is already my 15th year in Congress, no? Thanks kay Mayor at pinatakbo niya akong congressman noon. My 15th year and I have been chairman of the Committee on Appropriations from 2013 to 2016 and I was also chairman of the Committee on Appropriations in 2019. This is the first time that I saw a bicameral conference committee report na may mga blanco. Na-shock nga ako.
Hindi pwede yan. Hindi pwede yan. Para ka nag-issue ng check kanya ng blanco to. You're dealing with the people of the Philippines. You do not issue a blank check to anyone because that is really addressed to the government first. At ang mga taga-gobyerno ang maglagay ng ano yung sabi? Sila na ang maglagay, ang sekretary o ang direktor? Anong kalokohan ng naisip ninyo niya?
Obviously, Mr. President, meron akong abandonment of constitutional duty
Yes.
on the part of
Correct.
Congress. But kay Kong Sid, sino sa tingin mo ang nag-fill up ng blanco? Kung
Mahirap
yung
kasi.
BICAM pa rin ba who operates as the third chamber o merong fourth chamber na unknown?
Well, let us assume na yung mga pumirma sila, but tama yung imagination mo. Yung BICAM has been called now the third chamber kasi binabago talaga nila binabago nila yung budget. Nung araw, inabutan ko pa yun sa that was 16th Congress na kung ano yung natapos ng House,
Appropriations Act.
Appropriations Act, GAB, at saka yung GAB na ginawa ng Senate, gagawa pa kami ng matrix. Yung House version kasi versus Senate version, then yung variance. Yun ang pag-usapan nyo kung ano yung
For reconciliation.
reconciliation, may matrix. Ngayon, binabago talaga nila lahat. So, that's why we call it third chamber. Yung possible imagination na may fourth chamber na nag-fill up. Well, kung meron man, those who sign are still responsible kasi sila pumirma.
Falsification yan. If it changes the meaning, if it's just a grammar, putting a correct one or in ganon, okay pa yan. And or, pero if you change, put there a sentence that would change its meaning far different from the original intent of Congress, or the executive order, then it changes the meaning and you are not allowed to do that because you can go to jail.
At Mr. President, yung fina-flash show kanina sa screen ay yung nakuha lang ni Kong Sid na kopya. Para marami hong nakikinig sa inyo at sumusubaybay, baka pwedeng ipakita rin ho ninyo sa kanila yung kopya pong ipinakita ninyo na pirmado ng mga miyembro ng Bicameral Conference Committee na blanco yung amount na inaprubahan at naging enrolled bill. Ito po.
Yan.
Yung mga blanco. Oo. And then pirmado ho nila. Blanco.
Ito yung mga blanco. You cannot pass a law with blank.
It has to be complete in itself.
That is not allowed. Bakit mo ilagay blanco dyan? Oh, if it's a contingent amount, you place the contingent amount. Whether it falls short or sobra, then you can add. Or kunin mo kung may sobra. But you cannot speculate by placing a blank there for the amount of the appropriations or whatever it is. It's just not, it is not allowed by law. You cannot pass an incomplete appropriation or bill for that matter, whatever. It leaves an speculation. Mag-ano pa yung tao, ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Ano bang ilagay natin dito? Then, whoever is the end user of this papel would have ngayon, kung bright ka, sige, ilagay na natin dito, pasobra natin ng konti. Para yung, ganun talaga yan, o kulang. O sige, sobrahan ninyo, o kulangan ninyo. Then you leave the money intended for any public purpose to the speculation or to the guessing game of the people who are supposed to implement the law. Bawal o yan. Bawal o yan. And you can go to jail for that. Mind you.
Thank you, sir. Congressman Sid, just to give especially the ordinary Filipinos better understanding on this, itong bicameral report was already signed and ratified, has been incomplete, apparently, no? Has been transmitted to the executive department. Which,
Hindi. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee report, after ratification, i-reflect na yun siya sa tinatawag na enrolled bill. Yun na yung final copy
correct.
na dadalhin sa Malacanang for signature of the President.
Correct.
Usually, pagdating naman sa President, marami namang economic managers, particularly DBM, will assist him review the budget.
Correct. So, ang nangyari, sir, no, just for everyone's understanding, that bicameral report na blanco, we could assume
May pages na blanco. May pages
na blanco. We could assume that when it reached the office of the President, may items na yun.
May amount na.
May amount na.
Meron na, may amount na. Yung GAA, may yung enrolled bill na dumating sa office of the may
amount.
May amount na.
Correct. Which later on, he signed. The President signed.
After the review. Kasi nag-request siya ng extension, di ba? Na gi-move na yung signing kasi i-review doon niya.
Now, Congressman Sid, with this development now, no, we found out that the bicameral report was, there were items na blanco, but napirmahan na. What could be the implication on this particular matter, especially to the office of the President?
Actually, the budget is highly questionable. Kung akong tatanungin, akyat na yan dapat sa Supreme Court kasi napirmahan na ng Presidente.
Sid, matanong kita, when would be the earliest event that could discover this kind of
Actually, Mayor President, I was studying, gumagawa ko ng paper. Yung part 1, binigay ko na kay Attorney Vic. Marami na akong binigyan. Yung mga kaibigan ko na mga advocates doon, health advocates, pinadagyan sa part 1. While I was making part 2, in fact, I have a meeting last week dapat kay Attorney, bago lang yan, a few days ago, kay Attorney Vic sa kay Peter Lavinia. Nung June, ibas ko. Nakita ko, all of a sudden, na-remember ko yung Bicameral Conference Committee report. Kasi gaa-gaa lang tayo eh. Unconstitutional, yung education budget, nalampasan ng DPWH. When I reviewed the PhilHealth budget, sabi ko, tingnan ko kayo yung Bicam report. Kung tingnan ko yung Bicam report, because I want to know kung ano ba yung ginawa nila. Na-shock ako nung nakita ko, pag open ko sa Bicam report. Naku, may mga blanco. So, isa-isa ko. So, I made my study now. Ito na yung ginawa ko, Mr. President, na mga 3 or 4 days ago, nakita ko.
It behoves upon you to call the attention of the public and lahat na, President, pati lahat ng senador, pati yung judiciary, that there is something terribly wrong going on. And if need be, you file the necessary corresponding charges, anti-graft, kung sino nang palusot niya into its final form na dumating sa inyo. You did not really na-approve na sa Congress. Any attempt to pass on to Congress a falsified or a thing which is not a document which is not true and correct is, as a matter of fact, at that point already a consummated crime.
In fact, Mr. President, yung pinakita po ninyo kanina, itong signed na committee report, it bolstered and strengthened the position po ng Makati Business Club na itong 2025 unconstitutional budget is not only unconstitutional but hijacked. Hinijack talaga dahil totally different from the NEP that was submitted by the Office of the President. Ang masaklap pa, hinijack yun na blanco pa yung committee report sa napakaraming items.
Well, that's something which has be looked into. I hope that the appropriate action can be taken by ikaw, Sid, or any other Filipino dito nakikinig sa atin ngayon. Ako sana, pero matanda na ako, matagal na ako nawala sa practice. But nandito sila, Atty. Delgra and the rest of the taga Davao, meron naman itong, marami kami ditong talagang totoong Pilipino, nagmamahal sa bayan. So, I'm sure that they would not allow these things to pass just like that. Mahirap yan.
If I may, Mr. President and Congressman Harvey, ang pagkaintindi ko dito sa na-discovery mo, Congressman Sid, isang departamento lang ito, and including a provision on the unprogram appropriation.
Yes. Isang department.
Mukhang hindi mo pa natapos kung baka mayroon pa mga blanco.
Actually, may part 3 ako, pero highly technical eh. Pero it still affects the